Mitch Marner is just crushing it here as a Vegas Golden Knight. And how about this? He is 1 goal short of scoring as many goals as he has scored in the last 6 postseasons combined.
Yeah.
Like,
He
he's
loves
got 7
Vegas.
goals.
He loves Vegas. I can't believe the Leafs got rid of him. I mean, what are they thinking?
What are they thinking? I told you you should have never got rid of him.
Clearing the crease. Oh. Clearing the crease. Hey, hey,
Welcome back to another edition of the Clearing the Crease podcast, powered by Ozune.net. Well played. He is Razor. He's Commie. I'm Sobalski, and we are ready to rock as we are finally at the Final Four conference finals here of the Stanley Cup. Before we dive into anything, couple things to hit on. Just a quick reminder, if you are loving this show and all the content that Commie and all his amazing stories and Razor's insightful Razor Edge analysis, you're loving all that? Well, make sure you are liking, mashing that subscribe button, leave a 5-star review on Apple, Spotify, or follow along on all our social channels, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, or wherever else you are finding us, because you know, Razor, we are finding algorithms here everywhere these days. It's amazing how many times we're popping up and people messaging everywhere.
I can't. It always confuses me. It's the funniest thing. You guys send those messages out. Like, what just happened? Did we do something different? Like, what's going on here? How did this happen? So yeah, great to see everybody watching and paying attention.
Commie, I think it might have been Bert's beard.
Big
that
Bert.
People buzzing last week.
Big Bert. Hey, like Big Bert said, you either love him or you hate him. So whenever he pops up, for one reason or another, you're tuning in.
But he elicits an opinion and a reaction.
He does.
So there you go.
He
He's
moves
doing
the
something
needle,
right.
Big Bird.
He's a needle mover. Yeah, he is an absolute
no matter
needle
what he
mover.
does.
You know what? Speaking of which, maybe we are about a week away from our regular Ozune poker tournament here from the Clearing the Crease podcast. That is coming up, everyone. Save the date. It's coming your way. Thursday, May 28th, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 Pacific time. It's going to be Commie at the table, Razor's at the table, Sobalski here at the table. Matthew Barnaby's going to join us.
Oh.
Commie, I feel like we might have to get Big Bird. You know what, Razor? We have to get that invite out to Big Bird.
Yeah, Big Bird will play. Yeah, 100%. He'd love to play.
Sure.
I think he's a donkey at heart.
But I know
Barney can't wait.
Commie and I are going the same way. Barney's going to try. Barney might win this thing. Like, I'm a little concerned about Barney and what he does with my chips.
I'm pretty sure I remember Barney saying at the old card show when we were staying at Woodbine there, at the casino there. I'm pretty sure he told me I'm a poker player, and he spends time like in the casino at the poker room. That is something I have never done. Like, I don't think I just can't see myself. Like, people sit there for hours. Matthew Barnaby, he plays poker, so he'll be ready to rock.
Yes, I mean the amount of action that he had going that weekend, whether it was basketball, whether it was hockey, whether it was baseball, whether it was poker, name it. When he was locked in, he had his Ozune app buzzing.
Oh yeah, no, that Ozune app was absolutely. It was like a smoking toaster in the morning. That thing would just smoke everywhere from him and his parlay.
Raptors saved him. Yeah, Barney was it the Raptors? Yeah, the Raptors saved him.
And then he told us the story how it bounced over the net like 30 times. He was so excited.
Yeah, and then he thought the game was over, and he went to the bathroom. He had his winnings, and he left and went to the bathroom. I'm sitting there, and there was like, I'm not a basketball guy, but there was like 2 seconds left or something like that, and they got the ball to half court, and literally the guy.
They got a clean shot.
Oh, wide open shot. Barney would have lost.
That would have been incredible.
He would have came back from the bathroom. Yeah, nice try, Matthew.
He was running through the masses with his arms up he had just hoisted the cup, and all of a sudden, like, wait a second, there's an empty net.
Oh yeah, it was a wide open shot.
Yeah, it was right there. So again, just a reminder, everybody, that's coming your way, May 28th, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time. It's the Clearing the Crease podcast, powered by Ozune's poker tournament, and you can also join us at the table and be well played. Okay, lots to get to. Here we go. Final four. We've got Colorado, Vegas in the West. The Montreal Canadiens trying to end the 33-year Canadian Cup drought. First team since 1993 to maybe win one, but they've got to go through Commie's Canes. Commie, how are we feeling about this Eastern Conference final? This should be a banger.
It should be. You're right. I'm interested in I'm interested in the whole thing, but off the top of my head, I feel like I can't lose because on one side you got my Canes, and I got connections there, and on the other side we got the Canadians. I love the Canadians and Marty St. Louis. I love him too. So it's win-win. It should be. What I'm most interested to see is off the top, at least at the beginning of this series, is how the Canes come out. Because the Canes, I think, now I'm going to get the days
12
off.
12 days.
Right, and they played like 8 games in the last 42 days or something like that.
37 days. 37
okay.
days. 8 games.
8 games.
Since April 14th, they've played 8 games since April 14th.
And usually you're playing 8 games in, what would that be, in 3 weeks? Maybe something like that.
16 to 18 days.
16 to 18 days. So that's a big layoff. They've been sitting around. I'm sure Roddy's got them going, but that's got to be hard as a coach too. And the weather's getting nice. Now, obviously, you're checked in and you're trying to win a Stanley Cup. That's obviously priority number 1. But you got 12 days off. The weather's nice. You're teeing it up at Old Chatham. I'm sure Roddy, you get a couple days off and then he's been all over him. I have no doubt they've had some pretty hard scrimmages, but it'll be interesting. That Game 7, I don't know if we're going to go back and talk about that, but I watched that last night. It was a great game. Rough break for Buff. Not rough break. It was a great series, but I thought Buffalo outplayed them overall. But Les Canadiens, the Habitants brought it home. So should be a good series.
Yeah, it's just the little magic in Montreal, right? Little magic, that 93 thing, the magic. And they're going to need all of the magic to beat Carolina. I did the NHL radio a couple times, and what we talked about the most, Buffalo Canadian, it was so sloppy. Goals all over the place, no defensive structure, comebacks galore. Just seems like it's feeding into Carolina, right? It just feeds right into the Hurricanes just walking over Montreal, but there's magic. And that Montreal magic thing is special with a rookie goaltender, the young guys, the Game 7 wins, the overtime wins. I hope Montreal can make it a series because realistically on paper and everything else, other than the rust thing that we just talked about, Carolina's feel superior. But you hope the magic brings this thing along and makes it a lot of fun.
Do you catch them? I just wonder if the Habs catch them napping here with Carolina just skating in mud for these first couple of games. The rust factor here, you just cannot simulate that sort of intensity. And Commie, you've gone the distance, right? You know what it takes to win a Stanley Cup here, but you cannot simulate a game.
No,
even with a hard scrimmage, right? I think this is going to be a problem for Carolina to get started. And now I have been wrong with my Carolina picks so far in the postseason. I thought the Senators were going to shock and awe. Wrong. But this is one that I think legitimately could be problematic for Carolina here with the time off.
Yeah, definitely the rust. You can't simulate it. I mean, yes, I was lucky enough to go, the distance a couple of times. I didn't have 12 days in between games. I do remember that. I don't think I'd have any more than maybe 2. So I think if Montreal is going to have a chance in this series, well, first off, they need to tighten it up like Razor just touched on. This sloppy play ain't going to cut it against Carolina, and they will jump all over you. I think if Montreal is going to have a hope of winning this series, I think they better jump all over them early, and they better try and pick one off real quick, at least one, if Montreal is going to have a chance. Because as Carolina gets going, if they do in fact start a little bit slow, then I think Montreal is going to have, more than their hands full. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, history's on Carolina's side, too. I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but the Canes got a pretty good record against Montreal over the course of the last 20 years. I mean, next podcast, I'm going to come up with the number. I'm going to find out. I'm going to do some digging. But who knows? Like you said, Montreal, like you guys just touched on, is going to need some magic. for sure.
Well, I know the story you're talking about when Montreal had you guys on the ropes to rip. Martin Gerber couldn't make a save. He was pooping his pants. He was all sick and the flu and couldn't do anything. And then Cam Ward comes to the rescue. And that's really the same idea, the same game plan that Montreal is going to have in this series. They're going to need to have, because if this goes more like if this goes 6-7, Carolina's legs are just going to be so superior to what the tank has in Montreal. And then you go to goaltending, right? You go to Dobes. Dobes, again, you talk about magic and goaltending in Montreal, the magic that this guy seems to have now, winning 2 Game 7s on the road, 65 of 68 in both of those Game 7s combined. You don't pull him in Game 5 on the road when he gives up 3 quick ones and they roll with them and he finds his way. He gets pulled in Game 6 and still comes back with that magic in 7. So Dobes has a little something going for him right now. And of course, we all know the history going back to the 70s of young goaltenders in Montreal being difference makers and coming out of nowhere. And again, it's just so fun. It's what's so great about Montreal, right, guys, is it's different everywhere else because they take the Dobes story on and make it mythological right out of the gate, right? Like right away we go Ken Dryden. Right away we go Patrick Waugh. Like there's no like in between where you're talking about, like the random guy that played 3 seasons in the NHL. You go to these guys.
There's no Andre Racicot comparison here, right?
You go, and then they win 2 Game 7s and they're 5-2, 6-2. You go right to 93 when they won the Cup. You don't go to 2010 when they got to the semifinals and lost to Philly. You go right to 93. And there's really no other team in the league that can do that, and that's what makes it really cool, right?
It is the Canes better stay out of the penalty box, though. I will say that. I'm sure Rod's preaching it. I mean, if that Montreal power play keeps moving around like it does, I know the Canes PK is pretty good, but if I was Rod, I would be stressing discipline for sure.
Razor, you look at a lot of teams going with 2 goalies a lot. Is fatigue a concern at all for Dobes here? Now, like 14 games. I mean, look, what he did, he outdueled Vasilevsky, who might be the best goalie of this generation, right? He did that in Game 7, does it again against Buffalo in overtime in Game 7. But is fatigue a concern for a young goalie?
It isn't for me, especially at this point now. Again, for a goal, like you're not practicing now, like you're through it all and you've won 2 Game 7s. Like you can basically, Dobes could run a marathon tomorrow, I bet, off adrenaline, off confidence, off how he feels. Listen, there'll be a little blip in the middle of the series, but I think that my big thing with one goalie is when there is a little blip, you're not changing back and forth. I think we saw it with Buffalo. Like I might argue Lyon would have been a better start for Game 7. Maybe Lyon doesn't give up that goal in overtime, but they were back and forth. Like they're pulling goalies every other game. Yeah. And I feel like Buffalo couldn't get in the rhythm. Like they just had that little bit of an issue that didn't put them over the top. I'd rather have a guy. There's a great chance, to your point, Seaball, that Dobes lays an egg in one of the first 5 games. Like a full on, just like we saw in Game 6 goals go in, just because it's a law of averages. He's playing a lot of hockey and it just kind of goes away, but you're going back to him. I just like the fact that you're going back to him. And these guys haven't lost a game back to back with him in net. That means he's not tired. It means that he's able to rebound, and the tiredness comes in when you lose 2 in a row. That's when the mental fatigue comes in. He hasn't shown that yet.
Well, he's looked great so far. You look at the Habs magic, and some of the big guns haven't necessarily dominated. They haven't carried the load in the sense that you got some of that Habs magic right now. Alex Newhook, 7 goals now, right? Yeah. And Mr. Gabe 7 all of a sudden, and he's stealing thunder from your boy Justin Williams there, Commie.
Alex Newhook, he's the king of Newfoundland right now. I'll tell you that.
Oh boy! From Montreal, Montreal East, it might take him 5 weeks to drive home from Montreal.
Yeah.
What that guy? He's gonna
Move
hit every
over, Michael
pub.
Ryder.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
out, Moncton.
Oh,
Look out,
yeah.
Moncton on the way through.
That guy's
love
going to
him.
be getting screeched everywhere here.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I mean, what a run he's had. You know what? Shout out to Mike Matheson too in terms of what he's done on the back end, playing 25 minutes a night. It's just, you're seeing this, and it's not like Demidov's lighting it up. Even Caulfield has been, he's putting up, assists, but he's not necessarily, pushing the way through with scoring. Like, there is some magic with this Habs team, and so let's get to our series prediction for this one. Where are we going? Montreal, Carolina. Winner going to the Stanley Cup. Where are we picking?
I'll go first. I'll let Commie. I'll just get this out of the way. It's very, very, very similar to the first round against Tampa. I picked Montreal in the second round, so I feel good about picking Montreal in the second round. I had them taking Buffalo out. I didn't have them taking Tampa out at the start. It feels very similar, where I want nothing more for this league to have the Montreal Canadiens in the Stanley Cup Finals, and talking about 93, but I just don't see it in the structure comparing both of these teams, how Carolina loses. This path for the Hurricanes is lined up great. The story for Montreal is amazing. I don't know how they beat them 4 times.
Commie, I'll give you some more time on this one, because I feel like you're going, because I feel like where you're probably going on this one. So
You're probably right.
Let me just be
Go ahead.
The one to wave the flag here.
Okay.
Give me the Montreal Canadiens. You know what? Taylor Hall's obviously cooking right now for Carolina. Logan Stankoven has obviously been crushing it as well these playoffs. But there is some Montreal magic happening right now. Give me the Habs in the shock and awe. I know I keep getting it wrong with Carolina, so let's keep the good times going. Allez, les bleus, blancs et rouges. Let's go, Montreal.
Je comprends,
Give me the
petit
upset
peu.
here. Tu
Nice.
comprends? un peu?
Oui, je comprends un peu.
So give me the Habs to somehow find a way. And I think part of it comes because of that early start, that Carolina just might be a little off to get going out of the gates.
I like it. Look, I love the city of Montreal. I've had a blast there. People in Montreal have always treated me very well. I used to be very fluent in French, and I enjoy still trying a little bit online. I love their head
Twitter's
coach.
going to be great of Commie all week. I can't wait. I put the translate. I take the translate off my ex to see what he said. Try and figure it out with my partial French abilities.
I love their head coach. I mean, Teddy Purcell scouts for him. I love the Montreal Canadiens. But at the end of the day, I got to roll with my Canes. Rod Brindamore, I think, is going to have them ready to roll. I don't think it's going to be easy. How about that? I think part of me, I don't think it's going to be easy. I think there's some magic there, but I think that's a tall task. And I want to be welcome when I go to Raleigh, so I got to take my Canes in this one.
You're gonna be. What do they have? A horn or something? What do you got? Game one of the finals? Is that you or what?
Yeah.
Crank it up.
Dundon will call
Bring
me.
back,
And,
Mike.
he'll send it. I'll pay for my flights and my hotels, and I'll have to find tickets on
you and
StubHub,
Wardo.
and I'll be there. I'll probably have to pay for a fan experience to crank the horn.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, I'll crank the horn.
He ain't paying. You're not getting
That's
any
gonna be
per diem out of that
$250.
guy.
Oh,
That guy's
no.
cutting quarters anywhere.
Oh, yeah. No.
And in fairness to what Carolina's done, like, you look at what this core has done over the last half dozen years. They have gone numerous conference finals, right? I mean, they've gone to more conference finals than some franchise have been around for a half century.
They
in
better
this short
get
window.
off this year, boy. They better do it now.
This is the window. This is the Jesper Kotkaniemi Bowl. Go figure. You know, the hostilities that started between these two teams.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That guy's
Yeah.
not even playing. He's been a scratch the entire time for the Canes.
Yeah, that didn't really work out too well.
No,
Yeah.
all that. Yeah, that whole intensity.
It's
not working.
It's on a tee for the Canes. They have been, like you said, they've been very successful. Other than the teams that have actually, your Floridas and your Tampa Bays and your Pittsburghs, and your Vegas, I suppose, since they won. I mean, the Carolina Hurricanes have been right up there, right behind them as far as success. Playoffs every year, conference finals every other year. I mean, it's to the point there where they almost take it for granted in Carolina, which I mean, tell that to a Flames fan, for instance, or something
Yeah.
like that. They'll be like, conference finals. They'd be going bananas on
what's
the Red
that?
Mile
Yeah.
right now. Yeah. And so the Canes fan have been, they've been spoiled the last little while, but it's on a tee for them to at least get to the final this year.
By the way, Commie, I don't want to go too deep on this one, but there are some things that are popping up on social media that kind of conjure up memories of the Red Mile in Montreal right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just say it.
Somebody
Just
sent
say
me a video. It was really nice.
It was really good. Yeah. It was
Really
like, hey,
good.
this is 2004. Hey, what's going on here?
God, gotta get to Montreal.
There we go. Meanwhile, we go over to the Western Conference Final, and we've got Colorado, Vegas. I don't think anybody's surprised that Colorado's here, and for all the speed bumps and the drama around Vegas, here they are, Final Four once again. What they've done as a franchise here in their existence is truly remarkable. I want to talk about Mitch Marner here for a second. Like, what Mitch Marner is just crushing it here as a Vegas Golden Knight. And he is one goal. How about this? He is one goal short of scoring as many goals as he has scored in the last 6 postseasons combined.
Yeah.
Like,
He
he's got
loves Vegas.
7 goals.
He loves
Loves
Vegas. I can't believe the Leafs got rid of him. I mean, what are they thinking?
What are they thinking?
What are
I
they
told
thinking?
you should have
Jesus.
never got rid of him.
You don't get rid of that guy. No, he's been
Dry
on
hair.
fire.
That
I
was
mean,
the last
Toronto.
comment I think I made last year.
I know. I think all of us were kind of calling for a move, but
Pack your ish, right?
yeah,
Commie?
I mean, he's pack your shit, Mitch, and he is. I mean, if you're a Leaf fan watching this, you got to be like, I mean, it's just adding. Thank God they got the first overall pick, so maybe you can focus on other things a little bit. But I mean, he's been putting up points, scoring highlight reel goals, playing both ends of the ice. He has been excellent. And you know what? Good for him, because I mean, at the end of the day, people were having a field day with him in the playoffs. We all of us said he's a good player, though. We all knew that. But I mean, I would say it's got to feel real good in Mitch Marner's household in Vegas right now. He's got to be feeling pretty good about himself.
Yeah, he had the toes in the pool the last few days. He's
Yeah.
feeling really good about how things have gone his way. He's a great player. And what happens, right? C-ball, you talk about all the goals scored, and Commie, you know this from the guys and the runs that you've been on, is you need the group behind you to get you through 1 or 2 games, because no one can do it themselves. The Connor can't do it. Wayne didn't do it himself. He had Yari Curry and he had Mess and Koff and Fures. Like, everybody, you need a couple of games to get you through, because if you do stick around and you're a great player like Mitch Marner, you're going to end up with 15 goals in the playoffs. It's inevitable. You just have to play enough games to do it. You need to be around long enough to do it. And so often in the NHL's first round, great players get knocked out in the sprint of the first round because they don't get enough behind them. They lose in 6 games. They end up only having 2 or 3 goals in the series. Meanwhile, some other guy goes to the next round, and then he gets 6 goals in the next round, like an Alex Newhook, and all of a sudden this guy's amazing, and I couldn't get it. It's just, so he's finally got that in place. He got through the first round. He tore it up in Anaheim. That goal behind his legs and through his legs, and the whole thing was,
That was nice.
There's 2 guys in the world that can do that. 2 guys in the world that can do that, him and Connor. And it's made him special. And now he gets to really show. Now Vegas is heavy, and they're really hard to play against. They got a lot of grit. If anybody can take out Colorado, I think it's Vegas at this point.
Are they fast enough though?
I don't know if they need to be fast enough. That's how heavy they are. Like, I think with Carlson now back in the middle, they got Hurdle on the third line in the middle, Eichel, of course. Their centers are locked in a pretty good spot where they line up center-wise better than any other team against Colorado, because that's really where the game's played. If
Think
McCarr's,
about what you just said there. Thomas Hurdle playing on the third line.
That's what I mean. Like, holy shit. There's 30 teams that would do anything to have that guy on their second line, let alone the third. Right? And McCarr banged up. I want to see what McCarr looks like, because he did not look good in Game 5.
Commie, can you play as a guy who had a heavy game, and especially at this time of the year? Can you play heavy against Colorado?
Yeah, I think you have to, personally. I mean, I think you have to. I think I would be trying to play as heavy as possible without taking penalties or doing anything dumb. I think you definitely have to. I've liked Vegas all year. I think I picked them to win the Pacific. A little bit of disappointing season. I mean, now who cares? It doesn't matter. They're in the conference finals. But, yeah, I think they're in tough, though. I mean, I think Colorado, I mean, for me, Makar, if he's banged up, that might be a thing. We'll see how he looks or whatever. The goaltending is a little bit, it's a little.
The two goalie thing.
There's
There's
a
a
two-goalie
thing there.
Yeah, compared to the rest of their team, where they're pretty much all set. The goaltending thing gives me maybe a little bit of pause, but I look back. Minnesota's a good hockey team, and they beat them in 5.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
swept, and that was after sweeping LA too, right?
Yeah,
So-
swept LA, and then Minnesota. And those were good hockey games. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, Minnesota was a top 5 team in the league. I think we'd all agree, and they beat them in 5.
Yep.
So, for all the talk of the Canes being 8-0, I mean, Colorado's 8-1, and their competition was a little stiffer.
Yeah.
So who are we picking?
That's the thing. That's where I'm going. Like it's kind of a similar situation where I'm hoping Montreal gives them I hope Vegas, I'm trying to talk myself into it, but 8-1, 8-0 is there's a reason for it.
Yeah, there is a reason. Okay, who are we picking here for these ones here? Vegas, Colorado.
I'll go first. I already kind of said it. I'm taking the Habs. Even with I'll cross my fingers. Makar's okay, but I mean, top to bottom, they're pretty good. Like I said, the only question mark for me, a little bit of the goaltending going back and forth, but the Habs are good. Give me Colorado.
I think, I give me Colorado. I think Vegas makes it hard enough on them that they get to game 6, let's say. But at the end of the day, the cream's gonna rise, and it's Colorado.
You know what? I'm just gonna go opposite both you guys.
Love
give
it.
me Vegas again.
Love
Just
it.
give
Okay.
me
Love it.
Vegas. I think you know what? And the one thing that it's really kind of stood out for me with Vegas, when they smell blood, they've gone for the kill in both those series. Right? They did it against Utah, and they did it against the Ducks when it mattered. They kind of put their foot on the pedal and dropped the hammer. And so I do think that there's enough leadership, there's enough experience that can kind of weather that storm against the As. Look, Colorado's been a machine all year. It's kind of crazy to go against them, but you know what? I'm going to be the devil's advocate. And this also plays to my don't puck it up. So that's a tease coming up for just a little bit. So give me Vegas. Speaking of Vegas, Bruce Cassidy, coach. Sorry, Commie, you want to jump in on something?
One last little thing on that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen, but there's a world here where Colorado. I mean, I could see a world here where Colorado beats Vegas in 5, and the Canes beat Montreal in 5, and that will be how many? That'll be 13 games for the Canes and 14 for the Avs, and they're in the final. I mean, that's got to be. That's
a record.
That's got to be a record, right? If that.
How many did you play? How many did Carolina play your year?
Oh, we went 6, 5, 7, 7.
7. Yeah, there you go.
So
25,
14, 19,
25 out of a
games.
possible
25 of a 28. 20.
Yeah.
That's the normal number.
Yeah.
Instead, these guys are going to go 18.
Yeah. There's a world where it could. I don't think it does, and I hope it does. I'd like to see more hockey. I hope it doesn't happen, but there's a world where it could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more game 7s. More game 7s.
Yeah,
Come on, let's ramp it up here and where it matters. Okay, speaking of drama, Bruce Cassidy. Both you've got 2 teams from the same division as the Vegas Golden Knights that have been asking, saying, "Oh, hey, as Macklemore once said, one person's trash is another one's treasure." Bruce Cassidy showing the door in Vegas. Edmonton saying, "Oh, hi, we're single and ready to mingle now that Knobloch's no longer here."
After it got
and
leaked.
Vegas basically says, no thanks. And then LA's kind of kicking tires saying, "Oh, hi there. You up?" And Vegas still saying, you can't talk. So how do we feel about this one? Because just days prior, Vegas got handed the hammer by the National Hockey League, having a 2nd-round pick taken away from them for their sort of abuse of media, essentially, and not just, and also John Tortorella getting fined $100,000 here. How do we feel about what's going on with Vegas off the ice right now?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this a little bit before. Vegas does things differently. I don't understand the media thing. Like, Tortorella should know better than that. And that is a stiff fine. Like, not the $100,000, whatever. I'm sure John has
second
a lot
rounder
of
is
a second
nothing.
rounder. I mean, you get players out of the second round.
Yes,
Especially
well
number
played.
42.
Well played. 2nd-round pick,
Especially in that
Commie.
middle area.
Oh yeah, right in the middle of the 2nd round, you can find some gems. But all joking aside, like, that is a pretty stiff fine. So I don't really get what they were doing. I don't know if it was an airport thing, but whatever it is, they shouldn't have done it. And also the coaching, like I don't really get that either. Like obviously they don't really. I mean, wouldn't you want to kind of at the end of it? And no disrespect, I know coaches are a big part of the game. Like don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, it's not. You're not allowing them to talk to Wayne Gretzky or something like that. It's like and get them off your books and like okay. Like, I think we were talking before. I don't think this has ever happened before where it's been like deny. So I don't really, personally, I don't really get it.
Yeah, I hate to have the exact same take as Commie, but I do. I don't understand either of the situations. There has to be something, but
is it
that's
a division thing? Is it, hey, we're not selling you to the division.
The coaching thing, that makes no sense. No sense at all, like the division thing. Like it's not, again, like Commie just said, it's not Wayne Gretzky. Like Bruce Cassidy can't score any goals back there.
He's not playing.
And if he was so good at it, why'd you fire him in the first place? Like, what are you worried about? Like, why wouldn't you want to take his $5 million off the board? Like you're paying up. So you're not letting him go so you can pay him more money for no reason at all. It just, there's something there. There's something there, and there's something there with that media thing because Torts knows better, the team knows better, and it ends up being like a stiff enough fine where you couldn't open the room up for Mitch Marner to say 4 words and get the hell out of there, or Carter Hart to say I played great, it was fun, I can't wait till the next round and see you later. Like something's weird out. Like, but Vegas does it weird. They always have. They don't care. They like being kind of the outlaws, and these two scenarios are an epitome of that because I don't get it. It's really weird. I don't know anyone out there. I haven't talked to anyone. Something's up. It's weird.
Razor, this came from higher than Torts, don't you think?
That's what I mean. Yeah, 100. It has to go right from the top. Like because again, Torts isn't paying the $100,000. Let's be serious. And the second round pick is like that's organizational problems. Torts didn't do this willy-nilly. And if he did, that's why you fire a guy. Then you bring Cassidy back in because you're already paying him. If Torts did that on his own.
Yeah.
Unless they're bringing Cassidy back after Torts after this year. It's like, hey, look, you either win this or we're bringing back Bruce.
It's weird.
That's why nobody can talk to him.
Yeah, exactly. Right. No, we're keeping him. We're getting back together. Yeah, we're going to make it work. We're going through couples therapy right now here. So who knows? But there's Vegas doing Vegas things, and that's where they're at right now. It's official. I think everybody kind of felt it was going to happen here in Vancouver. But Adam Foote is out after just 1 year as head coach of the Vancouver Canucks. I'll just say this, guys, as somebody who's kind of in this neck of the woods, this felt like a cry of desperation when they made this hire to try to appease hiring Quinn, to try to keep Quinn Hughes with all this uncertainty when Tocchet left last summer. It didn't work. Obviously, the bottom fell out on the organization, and here we are. I don't think there's a surprise on this, but did Adam Foote get a fair shake? Probably not.
Probably not.
But it feels like an absolute miss from the organization in the sense that you were just trying to curry favor with a star player who was already pretty much telling you he wasn't planning to come in. Like this just, I don't know. This was a real miss. And I'll say this: I thought Jim Rutherford was going to be a great fit. Commie. You guys go back, obviously, won Stanley Cup together. I thought Jim Rutherford would have been a perfect tonic for what the Canucks needed. A guy who's won, proven track record, a guy who's confident. Brings those 3 Stanley Cups. But oh my goodness, outside of the one outlier year, where in 2024. What an absolute disaster. I mean, we talked about culture last week, and if you check the archives, if you missed last week's episode in terms of, Razor and Commie really explain examples of what culture is within a room, within an organization. It just everything they seem to touch turned to mush. They seem to bet on the wrong guys like JT Miller and Quinn Hughes and all these guys who just checked out. And now where's the organization? They are on a full-on rebuild now. So Adam Foote feels like a casualty of war, if you will.
Well, I got good news for Canucks fans. You still got EP40.
That's what I knew.
Well, that's good news.
We brought up a few names that have all left. There's one guy that's still there. That is
still got him.
that everyone's really needs.
Well,
to
they called him the alien. They called him the alien, and maybe ET phoned home. Maybe EP could phone home too.
He's
so.
got to prove a
You
lot
know,
of
when we
people
brought that up, our posts, our Vancouver Canucks posts, and I don't know a whole lot about the. Obviously, I'm going to back Jimmy. I love Jimmy, and his track record speaks for itself. But when we post about the Canucks, we do seem to get quite a bit about the old Aquilinis and the ownership group around there. Ooh, it doesn't seem like they're exactly loved in the Vancouver area. So maybe there's some.
You're friends with Tom Gallardi. You're friends with Tom Gallardi there, right, Commie?
Yes, I am friends with Tom.
Ask Tom Gallardi how he feels about
I'm
it.
pretty sure I have, and I don't think he's a real big fan. Let's just say when the Canucks don't do well, I think Tom's doing just fine watching that. I think
the clean slate's in. The clean slate's in, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Razor, you played obviously with Henrik, Daniel, Ryan Johnson as well, who all became official as from the last time that we talked. I will say this though, from a Vancouver standpoint, I haven't spent much time around Ryan Johnson, but just Daniel and Henrik, the one thing that I think those two guys are going to bring in, they don't do anything half-assed. Those guys work. They're committed. They're dedicated. They're like the epitome of what professionals are. And so if nothing else, those guys are going to put in the work. Like this is not going to be, 1 foot in, I'm busy doing other stuff. I think if these guys signed up for the commitment, they're going to see it all the way, Razor. I mean, you could speak to it much more than I, because you were in the room playing with them, but those guys are pros.
100%. And I think even more importantly, because again, just from our Instagram comments that we get when we talk about the Canucks, is the disjointedness. Obviously the brothers are always on the same page, and so will RJ. Those three guys will be on the same page. There's not going to be mixed messaging coming through. I would imagine who they hire will be on the same page as those three. You're not going to have a situation where like Boudreau and that whole thing, then talk wanting to it hasn't really, there hasn't been a cohesiveness through the top to the bottom. That is going to end up happening. It's not going to make wins happen right out of the gates, but it gives you a bit of a running start here. And to take 5 years to build a program in this league, like that's what you're looking at. Like this thing's down to the studs.
At least, yeah.
Maybe
Commie,
Bruce, there
Big
it is,
Bert.
comes back.
Bruce, there it is.
Bring him back. Maybe that's what the Canucks, maybe that's what EP40 needs. He needs a little.
That might have been his best year, right?
Yeah, just free flowing and just do whatever he wants.
I don't know, Commie. I mean, they kept talking. They were, there's a lot of talk connecting the dots with Manny Malhotra and obviously the success he had with Ryan Johnson in Abbotsford. But I'll tell you, there was a guy who just took a team in Junior B to the championship in Ontario. Who's a former Canuck who's still pretty popular in Vancouver.
Hey, he can build some culture, and that'll move the needle in Vancouver. Imagine if they brought in Big Bert fresh off a Sutherland Cup and 61-6 junior. You call it Junior B there, but it's really Junior A. I'm
interviewing Bert. If I'm those guys, I'm interviewing Bert. Get out here on a plane. I want to interview him.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yeah. Bring the beard back too.
Oh yeah, Bert will do whatever it takes. whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Okay, want to get to our fan question in a quick moment, and also don't puck it up before we wrap up. A quick comment from both you guys. Macklin Celebrini was given the C for Team Canada at the World Hockey Championship, and this is with our team already that had guys like John Tavares, Ryan O'Reilly. Pretty impressive. Everybody loves Macklin Celebrini right now. Like, I think it is the best-selling jersey right now in hockey. And then all of a sudden, Sidney Crosby shows up and says, you know what? I want to play some more hockey, because that's how Sid rolls.
Yeah.
Max still got the C, but should he still, with Sid being there? How do we feel about that one, Razor?
Oh no, it's a world championship. It's not the Olympics. It's not the Stanley Cup playoffs. Macklin had it. They gave it to him. Sid decided to play after. Sid is not stepping on anyone's toes. Even Macklin Celebrini's, even a 20-year-old's that's just not Sid's thing. So, and I my guess is Sid, that like everybody's in on this a little bit too. It's like Sid's more than happy to let the kid do the thing, and he would never take it. So it makes complete sense to me.
Commie, you wore the maple leaf at the Worlds and came away with a gold, if I'm not mistaken, right?
9-0. 9-0.
Thank
9
you.
games.
How do we
9-0 from the the Russian disco.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right. 9-0. Heard that Canadian national anthem 9 times. You know what? I actually love it. I think it's great. I think it. I think it speaks to what kind of a person Crosby is, to be honest. Because
Yeah.
I'm sure when he decided to come on the team, like, hey, no, hey, I don't need that. Like, it's, hey, look. Maybe we'd all like Sidney Crosby to play forever, and at times it looks like he can, but he's not going to play forever. It's time for the new wave to come in, and I think it's great. I think it's great. Celebrini has it, and like I said, my big takeaway of it was, Crosby gets it. That's a good dude. Like he doesn't care about having the C on. That's not. He's there to play some hockey and help out and contribute however he can. He doesn't have to have a C on his shoulder.
Yeah. I mean, it's grooming for the future, right? I mean,
for sure.
McDavid's going to be wearing that C probably for the foreseeable future for the next 10 years. Or
That'll
at least
be
8 years,
Celebrini's not getting a C until Connor finishes.
Yeah.
Unless
He'll
San
be
Jose wins
30.
a cup.
Oh,
Yeah.
Unless San Jose wins a
Before
cup
the
before
Oilers.
the Oilers.
Before
Yeah.
McDavid.
if
And then
Connor
maybe-
will put
What are the
one,
odds? What are the odds?
He's
on
going to
a
have to go to
Zoom?
dinner with you a few nights if that happens,
Ooh, boy.
Commie.
Yeah.
We got do we got a futures on that on Ozune? Who wins a cup sooner, Celebrini or McDavid?
Ooh.
I wouldn't want to do that to Connor.
Yeah.
That would hurt.
Okay.
That would hurt.
Yeah, I'll save that one for later. Let's see what the Oilers do this summer.
Putting it out there. Put that
Yeah,
out
that'll
there
be
in
a good
the
one.
universe.
That'll be a good one next November. Really stir
Well,
the
for all
pot
of
on
you
that.
watching, leave your responses in the comments for us to digest. And speaking of comments, it is time for our fan question of the week. And that's where if you have a question for our rock stars like Commie and Razor, just hit us up with the hashtag AskCTC. This week's question from Corey Mahoney, who's looking for story time from you two gentlemen. Looking to hear about some KHL, non-NHL ridiculous moments. Love story time with you guys. This is from Corey. Razor, you were over in Finland for a while, weren't you? You got anything?
Well, yeah. You know what? I hadn't even thought about Finland. I'm going first because Commies is just, even if it
Steals the show, yeah.
Even if it was just a mundane Tuesday, wherever he was, like it'll
blow it up.
It'll just be great. Yeah, exactly.
Commie goes off on Finland.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Commie hates
Oh, man.
Russians.
I'll have a finished story. Because I kind of forget about where I've been. I forgot I was in Finland. I'll remember that. But I want to talk about and Commie will definitely laugh at this. I was having beers with a few of the guys who played in the NHL for a really long time this past weekend. But somehow we got onto the AHL bus and how so what would happen in the minors? You would get the menu from the local shitty like town pizza place. Right.
Pizza and
before
subs,
the
yep.
game. Yep. Pizza and subs on the bus. So you'd go through and you'd put it in, you'd put your cash in the bucket and then you'd order and it would be sitting on the bus after. But what I was dying laughing about was that inevitably, literally every single game, that pot of money would be short $10.
Yep.
Some asshole on every single bus trip would short everybody else $10 in the minors without fail. And it would have to be the coach or the trainer's making like 20 grand a year and he's putting an extra top $10 in for the guy at the back of the bus who's been in the league for 8 years and he just doesn't want to pay and he's cheating everybody else. And I literally laughed. I hadn't thought about that in 20 years, minimum 25 years. And we were laughing so hard about all the times that the pot would be short $7 because some asshole at the back of the bus wouldn't put his $5 into the kitty. And that's basically what the minors is in a nutshell, just pure jungle.
Post-American League games, your choice was, do you want a soggy sub or a cold stepped-on pizza? That's your choice. You get one of the two. They put that order in early. They make it right away. That shit is sitting there for hours. And then
they order at 5 o'clock when you're walking into the rink. You get out of there at 10:30.
Yeah, get it in you. You got a bus ride and you got a game in less than 24 hours. Get that shit in you.
Hat tip to our producer Stu Stone, who says there's the next promo for our next episode that says Razor goes off on cheap teammates.
That is true. It was always short. Some
Man,
asshole.
in junior on the bus with the 67s, it was Swiss Chalet was the go-to for years.
Oh,
Which
wow. That's
soggy
way
fries
better
and
than the American League,
rotisserie
though.
chicken.
Oh, way
Chicken?
better. Way
Yeah.
better. No, this was
That's a well played.
steak
All right.
bombed.
Don't don't puck it up, you cheap bastards at the back of the bus. So there's your don't puck it up. Okay, here we go. Time for don't puck it up. And this is sorry, Commie. Did you have a story you wanted to add?
Well, yeah, I can add it. Yeah.
Sorry.
I was
please,
going to
sorry.
thank.
I'll shut up.
What was the guy's
Corey.
name?
Corey Mahoney.
Corey? I'm glad Corey asked this question because I actually went into my notes app here on my iPhone. And as the season, it's not all in order, but as I was over there in Russia, I took some notes. And I haven't clicked this note. Is at the bottom of my list. I haven't clicked this note in like 10 years. I haven't touched this thing. So it says Russia notes. So I'll just read some of them off. Okay. Right off the bat, biggest weakness in KHL, coaching by far. Long flights, practice before or after. Promised 100,000 points, 100,000 K a point, like for every a win is worth 3 points. Got 192K rubles right away. Now getting nothing. We have 70 points, so they shorted me 500,000 rubles. Signed for 11.5 million rubles. They say fly over and sign. I land and immediately they chop my salary to 10.5. I put that in my notes. Here's one that brings in Finland. So when I got over there, it actually worked out in my favor because I can't say I was in great shape when I got there. So I needed some skating time. So it actually worked out okay. But when I got there, you need like a visa to play, obviously. So for people that don't know, Vladivostok is on the Pacific Ocean. The rest of the league is over by Europe. And when you leave to get a visa, you have to leave the country, right? So you would think that, I guess you don't have a ton of options there in Vladivostok. You're not going to China and you're not going to North Korea, which is right down the road. But Japan is like a 2-hour flight away.
Yeah.
So that's where I thought I would be leaving the country to get my visa and then come back. So I'm practicing skating. I'm like, hey, let's get this visa. Oh, yeah. I'm like, so here's what I put in my notes. They sent me from Vladivostok to Helsinki. It's on the other side of that's like a 14-hour flight.
Yeah, it's like
Helsinki for a work visa. I'm going to say some names. They're just like their management of the Russian team. Frolov gives me important papers to be stamped. Katkov supposed to meet me at Moscow airport. He doesn't. I show up in Helsinki. A Finn takes me to hotel. He stamps my important papers and laughs. I go to the visa office in the morning. They all laugh at me and say all I can get is another tourist visa because that's what I was on. So I can't work. I can't play. Katkov or Admiral Vladivostok, the team, they didn't send the papers. I stay 2 nights in Helsinki, fly 15 hours home. And then there's a whole bunch. So I ended up going out to Helsinki for literally nothing. Russians love expensive designer clothes that they can't afford to buy. But they love Mercedes, Iron Man movies, and official documents. And then I have in parentheses, anything with a fucking stamp on it. They love it. And I've got some notes. I could go on here I'll just end it with this. It was Brasserie, because that's kind of, I got in that fight. January 20th, 2014, restaurant fight, 2-on-1. Not sure how it started.
Oh, yeah.
Followed by police station, then back to the bar. $20,000 American fine the next day, not off my paycheck. I have to go get it in cash, no paper trail. Filipenko, who was our general man, this guy was a straight up thief. Filipenko says, I'll get it back if we make the playoffs, minus fees for police electronics. So I ended up I got 690K rubles back today. They only took 60,000 rubles to pay the police. Shocked it was only that. The police wanted new TVs. And then, I got a lot more. There's
you bought TVs.
I should do like a
Vladislav
for the police department. Yeah. I went in there and had to give a statement. But there's another one too. I'll read it another time because I don't want to talk for too long. But we had our Olympic break. It was the Sochi Olympic year. And I got notes in there. So I'll read it off another time. But we had 3 weeks off, and then we had 3 games left in the regular season. We needed to win those games to make the playoffs. Make those playoffs. I'm supposed to get my money back. Once again, we're on the Pacific Ocean, and there's 3 weeks off. We get 1 week to ourselves. I went to Singapore, which was kind of cool. And then we have a 2-week, let's skate, let's do this stuff. So you would think like let's stay somewhere like kind of local. You know what I mean? Maybe stay in Vladivostok. If you want to go crazy, maybe we go up and play a Mur, which is an hour like flight north. No, we go for I forget the name of the town, a 10-day training camp, 2-a-days in Liberec, Czech.
Oh, Liberec. Yeah.
Czech. So another
I've driven
flight
through
all
there.
the way across the country again. And anyways, I got it. I forgot about this until I started reading this. I got in all kinds of trouble there. Like I was drunk last 4 days of camp, missed bus, sprint to rink, get in, shower. I got suspended again by the team. They said I was drunk. I haven't put that parentheses. I said, I am not. 7 hours of sleep, last drink at 3 a.m. They sent me home. Then they wouldn't let me ride the bike after I got off of like a 12-hour flight. I'm like, oh, that's too bad. The rest of the team was all riding the bike. I got sent home. I'm like, see you guys later. And then they had to pay me my rubles.
God.
Anyways, we'll go more down that road. I got a lot of notes on Russia. Anyway,
We're coming to the end of the season.
well
I
played.
think we
Good
got to
for
do,
making
yes,
notes.
very
That's
well
sick.
played.
Yeah,
I think we
I got
need
a
to
few
just
good
do a
ones in there.
summer edition. We
Yeah.
need to do just a summer edition of Commie's Cage Russian experience.
and there is, I don't want to be, it isn't all negative. There is some positive in there. I fire out some shout outs.
There's a great
gangster.
episode. There's a great episode in our archives with where we caught up with Nigel Dawes and
yeah.
you two comparing stories about
Oh,
life
man.
in Russia. There are some positives. There
There
are
are
some fun
positive.
stories
There's no
as
question.
well.
I'm glad I did it, but
You
Jesus.
saving Jonathan Taves,
Welcome, Johnny.
tossing a jockey. There's a lot of great stories in the archives if you want to dig those up. Okay,
You're welcome, Chicago.
bringing this one down. Yeah, there you go, Chicago. Yeah, you protected him. They gave you. You know what? Mike Commodore, should be on that Stanley Cup. Oh, 3 Stanley Cups at Chicago.
That's right. And every time I went in there, I was like -3. Thanks. Saving your players. You guys blow my
Thanks for
doors off.
nothing. Guys aren't helping me here.
Yeah.
Okay, don't puck it up this week. Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas, just keep being you. I don't really like you, but here's the thing. Villains make sports better. Just simply that. So Vegas, keep cutting great players, keep firing coaches and not allowing them to go find work elsewhere. Keep acting like you're holier than thou and keep on winning. You make sports better. The ultimate heel move is to win this spring. Win that Stanley Cup. Shock the Avs here in this conference final because villains matter. Ask the Broad Street Bullies. Ask the Bad Boy Pistons. The sign-stealing Astros. Every UFC mouthpiece that can actually back it up for a change. Muhammad Ali learned a long time ago that, you know what? People will pay to see you get beat up or you beat someone else up. So Vegas, you got something going. Keep being a heel. Don't puck it up now.
I love it. I'll go next. Good one, Seaball. I like that. They
Thanks,
do
buddy.
pipe. They pipe guys in the front office too that don't deserve it. They pipe everybody. Oh, you're
People love the hey. People seem to love the Grinch now, so it clearly is a market for it, right?
Oh, you might be a little bit of a threat to my job. Just can them. You're too good at what you do.
Get
Get
him out of
rid
here.
of him.
Hey, he's winning too
Beat
much.
it.
Get him out of here.
I'm just
Put him
gonna.
on LTIR.
I'm just gonna go with. I'll just stick with my Canes. Low hanging fruit. No disrespect to Montreal, none whatsoever. It's been a hell of a thing to watch. There's no question about it. And I'm happy for Marty St. Louis and everybody else there. But this is kind of on a tee for you, Carolina. You've been spoiled. Fans, and they don't even realize it's been conference final after conference final after conference final, which is a hell of an accomplishment. You become used to it. But the Canes, this is on a tee for you here to get to the final. Now, after that, it's going to get a whole lot tougher. But we'll take one step at a time here. Don't puck this up. Take care of business and get to the final.
Well, mine's a little connected to the Vegas Golden Knights. Don't puck this up, Edmonton Oilers. Who is your coach going to be? What in the world? This is where your summer's already difficult enough. You got to make Connor happy. You got to make Leon happy. You got to find a goalie. You got to get the Bushbaum to play every game consistently. You got Darnell. Don't mess this up by firing your coach, letting it leak out, and then not get a legit coach in here on the back end of this. You do not want to puck this up, Edmonton Oilers. Get yourselves a coach.
Razor, I got it. I got the answer for you based on that. Oilers need a coach and they need a goalie.
Ooh.
Who am I thinking of?
Oh, Patrick Waugh?
Patrick Waugh! Come on! Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Patrick will love dealing with that goaltending issue. Yeah.
He just snap on him.
Yeah, he knows better. Goalies know better not to jump into that pool. Patrick, though, that would be interesting. There you go. I haven't heard that name.
Not a
Need
terrible
someone
idea.
To push.
Not horrible. Not horrible.
Could he handle the Canadian market? I mean,
You could tell
guy
Connor
won a couple of Stanley Cups in Montreal.
You could tell Connor to take a shift off every once in a while. There you go. I don't mind it, Steve-Ball, actually.
You're clearly looking for a coach that's going to be there for a good time, not a long time, whoever it's going to be, right? You want somebody to push buttons. You're not looking for a Woodcroft or a Knobloch. You're looking for somebody who's going to get into people's grills, right? And, well, maybe Patrick is the answer for both goals. Maybe if Patrick wants to put the blocker and the
put him in
helmet
net,
back on,
player coach,
the
goalie version of Reggie Dunlop. Yeah, maybe it'll work.
Make it happen. Come on, Edmonton. I dare you. I triple dog dare you. Do it. Hey, don't forget, May 28th, save the date, 9:00 Eastern, 6 Pacific time. It's the Clearing the Crease podcast poker tournament powered by Ozoon. Come join Commie, Razor, Sabalski, Barnaby, and plenty of others. It's free to play, no cost at all, and there's real cash to be paid out. So jump on board, have a great time. We haven't done this in a few months, but it's back. We're going to have a great time with it. It's always a lot of fun, right, boys?
Love
It
it.
is.
Can't wait to win.
It's slick. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to have a good buzz by the time that thing comes on, too.
Yeah, even better.
That'll be right
That's
after
the
the Flames Alumni Golf Tournament.
Oh,
Yep.
mama.
Yep.
That was it.
So I will
Tommy's gonna be cooking.
in one. Oh, I am going to be aggressive.
Steaming. Absolutely
Aggressive.
steaming.
There you go. So don't forget, check out ozoon.net. Get your account opened up. It's free to play. Sign up, and you can join us coming up on May 28th, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time. Just a reminder, everybody, the Clearing the Crease podcast is powered by ozoon.net. The road to the Stanley Cup, it's open. We're down to the Final Four, and the clearest route to winning big is by playing on ozoon.net. Ozoon's got you covered for all the props, game lines, futures from now until the Cup final and beyond. So make your power play, score big with Ozoon. Well played. He's Razor. He's Commie. I'm Sabalski. See you next week right here on the Clearing the Crease podcast powered by ozoon.net. Ready, boys?
Well played.